Rallye S2, and as per the title of the video, I'm just going to do a detailed walkthrough of the car. It's because a lot of people still don't know what these are, but they are becoming a bit more popular. So my name's John, and this is JDR Motors. This is the first proper car I've had, and I thought it deserved some attention, so I'll give a walkthrough. So the only things that aren't original is that steering wheel, which is from an S1 Rallye. Fair, these look a lot more nicer than the S2 wheels in my opinion. Interior apart from that is completely original. And then the exhaust is a Pug Sport 2-inch unit, which sounds really good, and you sort of have to have one of these if you have a 106 Rallye, but I also have the standard system for originality. And the last specifics of this car before I go on to the general specs is you could get them optioned with power steering and airbags, and mine has both from factory, so the airbag's obviously been removed, but it does have power steering. To make things simpler, I'll just start with the UK models because they're the ones that everyone really wants to see and know more about. These came into the UK in '98, and you could either get them on an R-Reg or an S-Reg depending on when they were registered. There are approximately 500 of these brought into the UK, and it's not confirmed but split between Bianca white or indigo blue. It might just be me, but I've only ever seen one other indigo blue on the street, whereas I've seen quite a few white ones, but just how it is. I'll put the specs up on the screen, but I'll go through them. So it's a 1.6, let's have a look at the engine. I'll admit this does need a bit of work. So this is a 1.6 TU5J2 /L3 NFW. It's an 8-valve engine, just single cam. And these like to rev these over 7,000, produce 103 horsepower and 97 foot-pounds of torque. What makes these cars special as well, you only got this engine in this car and the 106 XSI, I think the 1.6. The gearbox is also special to these two cars as well. It's a really high revving unit and shorter ratio gears. Nothing too much to show in the engine bay. You have one coil pack with individual leads. Manual throttle, which is really nice to see. Has an ECU under here. Like I say, this one has power steering. They didn't all come with that. Quite a simple setup. These engines can go on for a long time. Head gaskets, probably what goes after about 70,000 miles. Also have servo assisted brakes. That's the engine. People say this is a homologation plate. I don't know if that's true, but it's cool to see. So this is called an S2 because it was obviously an S1 before it. I'll put the specs of that on the screen, but the main difference is the S2 is a bit torquier. It doesn't rev as high because it's got a high capacity engine, a 1.6 versus a 1.3. This one gearbox is a bit more desirable because it has shorter ratios. The S2 unit isn't too bad. So the S2 unit is basically the second or third best for acceleration gearbox you can get in a 106. It might be the 1.4 XSI might be slightly better, and obviously the 1.3 Rallye the best. So other than the engine, what makes a 106 Rallye S2 special? Probably one of the most obvious things are the wheels. These are what they call painted steel wheels, really set the car off well, and they are 6J wide and a 14-inch rim. I've got 185 55 14s on, but from factory they came in 175 60 14s. Compared to the 106 GTI, which is probably the closest to this car, the bumpers are all body colour. This is normally black on a 106 GTI. I think that gives the Rallye a really unique look. There are Rallye decals all over the car. You have one on, prominent one on the door, Rallye badge down there, small one on the bonnet. And a real nice touch, the Peugeot badge and the Rallye badge on the back. Just stickers, not metal. So continuing the Rallye theme, the interior is bespoke to this car as well. The lighting might be a bit tricky, but you've got the Rallye colours again here, yellow, blue and red. And you get those on the seats, the rear bench and the door cards. Another nice touch is this Rallye badge on the dash. These go for an obscene amount of money, so keep on to one if you have one. Another really visual thing is the blue carpet. These are both on the blue and the white cars. and it really sets it apart. As you can see, the gear stick is also etched in blue, which is a nice touch. Other than the engine and gearbox, the most mechanical difference is you get disc brakes all around. They're quite big for the size of car. They're 247mm in the front, vented, and 247mm in the back, solid. And the last suspension tweak is compared to the S1, you get a slightly bigger rear anti-roll bar, so 24mm versus 22mm. Also with the wheels, they're slightly wider by 1/2 inch on the S2. On the S1 they were 5.5 inch, and like I say, on the S2 they're 6 inch. In terms of performance stats, these cars really aren't that impressive. Quite quick for the time, but not as quick as a VTS or a 106 GTI. For all the S2s, sunroofs weren't an option, and I'm glad for it because I think cars of this era look much better without a sunroof. It was an option on the S1. S1 rallies without a sunroof go for big money. So as I say, only 500 of these in total, split between white and blue. The S1 Rallye is actually less rare because there were 1,000 of them brought over. You did have more options for colours though. You had white and red as the main colours, but also some black ones, which are quite rare. But I just really like blue cars and knew I wanted one as soon as I saw one of these. Now, I don't pretend to know everything, but these might be specific to the Rallye as well. I think they're meant to have silver on them. So continuing on the inside, what makes them special? You get really clear blue Jaeger dials. Now I know some of the other 106's base models or special models had different coloured dials, but I think you only get blue in the S2, and you get temp, speedo, fuel gauge, tack and oil temp. What's also cool about the oil temp is it shows you the oil level when you cycle the ignition to start with. Start the car, it will drop. This car's original again because you've got the Clarion radio. Any of these are ripped out on these older cars. I like the inside of these because there's nothing to them really. You know, you have heater but no air conditioning, wind up windows, and you don't even get full door cards compared to the VTS or 106 GTI. In terms of the market, these are quite a hot topic at the moment. People have cottoned onto them and they're getting quite valuable. The main things I'd look out for are rust and originality. They're not going to be worth as much as they've got a 16 valve TU5J4 in them. They'll be faster, but not as special. Mileage is less sensitive because you're either going to have like a 20,000 mile one, which are really rare, or all the rest are going to be over 75,000 miles. So buy on condition, as they always say. So a 100,000 mile well looked after one could be a better buy than an 80,000 mile ropey one. Originality, buy one that's not been lowered. It's just, unless you want to buy it for a track car, standard high is always the way to go. So I don't think I showed the boot, but it's just a standard 106 boot. You have to watch the boot floors on these because they do rust. As you can see, this one's good. Has had some work in the past, but it's to a high standard. I hope you've enjoyed my walkthrough. Please subscribe if you want to see more, and there are also more videos of this car on my channel.